Good morning, good morning. Today is the Mondayest Tuesday ever. Is today Tuesday? Oh, wow. It's not even Tuesday, folks. Oh my word. I'm losing my mind. Am I an inspiration, Amber? Because I don't even know what day of the week it is. How's everybody doing? Hi, Mary Noller, except I don't know what day it is. I said it was Tuesday. It's Monday. I know. Clearly, I need more coffee, sleep, something. How's everybody doing this morning? I have a very important story to share with you. Very important, actually. Probably one of the most important stories I'll ever share with you. Yes, Mary Noller, and I cannot wait. Okay. This is a very important story, so please, if you can find a quiet space to listen for 2 seconds, I would so appreciate it. That's how important it is to me. All right, if you can hear me, push some like or love buttons, and then I'm going to get this party started. Don't be jealous of my braid that I slept in, okay? Okay, so a couple of things. I have done a lot of time thinking about hate, negativity. I feel like we are all surrounded by it right now. I think a lot of it comes from fear, whether it's justified fear or not. A lot of the hate, the lashing out, the hurtful things people say come from a place of fear. We already know that hurt people hurt. Most of the time when someone hurts us, we don't take a second to think about where that's coming from because we don't care at that point. We want to react, or we don't care because we feel hurt. So I want to go back to something that happened. The other day I shared a story about Charlie and I in a fancy grocery store. And the point of the story was to let other mothers know that, Cindy Calhoun, thank you for sharing my video. The point of sharing that story was to let other mothers know that we need more moments of solidarity. For those of you who didn't see the story that I wrote, Charlie and I were in a fancy grocery store and they had samples of things. She reached into a tall sample stand to get a cube of cheese and the whole sample stand fell over. Cheese blocks that smelled like feet fell across the floor. Okay, I can't even eat cheese, let alone I don't want to be touching it. Okay, so I get down on my hands and knees and I'm like, seriously, Charlie? She starts crying like the ugly cry, where like the drool is hanging out of her mouth and like flapping in the breeze. Okay, it's not breaking. It's just you think it's gonna break and it comes back and goes the other way. Okay, big tears, and all I can think is, oh my God, please shut up, as I'm picking up the cheese. And an older woman, not an old woman, I know the difference between older and old, an older, maybe 50, 55, I don't know, okay, walks by with her cart. She looks at me and says something to the effect of, enjoy these moments because they grow up so fast. And in my head, I'm thinking, what about this moment feels enjoyable to you? What about this parenting moment feels enjoyable, looks enjoyable? My kids screaming, crying, drooling, snot, or me on my hands and knees, knee cleaning the store while I pick up cheese? What about this? What? Tell me. But you guys are missing the point. The point is, I did not need this woman to help me. What I needed was a moment of solidarity. What I needed was for her to look at me and go, dude, that sucks. I know those moments. Those moments suck. In that moment, Do not remind me to enjoy every moment, because not every moment of parenting is enjoyable. Okay? When they call you from preschool and say your kid bit someone, and if they do it again, we're throwing them out. Should I be like, I'm so enjoying this parenting moment. This is so enjoyable for me. No, that's not enjoyable. I'm not saying I won't laugh about it in 10 years, Jennifer. Gail, I understand that it's not even 10 years. It's been a few days and I already know how funny it was. But in the moment, it was not enjoyable, is my point. The only point of me sharing that with you guys was to remind you that if you don't find every single parenting moment enjoyable, it's okay, because not every parenting moment is enjoyable. What can I do for you? Okay, well, can I finish coffee talk and then we'll talk about it, please? And take that off. Take that pull-up off. Okay. All right, lover. And put that in the garbage, please. Thank you. Okay. So it's the same thing about marriage. Marriage is not a word. It's the same thing about marriage. If you think every moment of marriage is enjoyable, you're sadly mistaken. And I don't care how cool your spouse is. I don't care if you're married to Lionel Richie. I would bet there's people that's been married to Lionel Richie before who are probably like, no, not that enjoyable. Days where it flat out sucked. Just saying, I can't imagine how being married to Lionel Richie could ever suck, but I bet there's somebody who thinks it does, or who has thought it did. Who has, okay? Anyway, I'm the mom, and I'm allowed to say, not every parenting moment is enjoyable. My only point of bringing this whole story up was to remind other moms that if you have moments that are not enjoyable, and someone's like, enjoy every moment, and you think in your mind, no, sorry, I call bullshit. That's not real. Not every moment is enjoyable. No. Okay, so anyway, of course, there were some people that jumped to this woman's defense. They felt that I was unappreciative of her sentiment or her whatever. And I, did my best to explain to them that it wasn't about the woman's sentiment. I'm sure the woman is delightful. I'm sure her motivation was pure. I'm sure I get it. I'm just saying that not every parenting moment is enjoyable, okay? It's not possible. It doesn't mean Charlie's not enjoyable. Doesn't mean I don't love my kids. Doesn't mean that 5 years from now I won't look back and tell the cheese story. We'll all have a great laugh about it. Maybe I'll even tell it at her wedding. But anyway, you get the point. One woman in particular felt really slighted by this. And her comments towards me were really, really harsh. Okay? And people were like, what's your problem, lady? Why, whatever. And she was like, I don't remember exactly what her comments were, but her comments were really nasty and just harsh, very harsh. And everybody was jumping on her. And I thought, most moms would get the need for solidarity here. Now, my thought was to respond to this mom. My thought was to go back at her. Yes, I know y'all saw her comment, but listen to what I'm saying. I want you to really listen to me. This is so important, okay? But listen, Deborah, just hear me out. No, Kelly, listen to me. I was thinking about it. I was going to go back at her and be like, what is your problem? Clearly you have an issue with me. You're on my page. You've got an issue. Talk to me about it. What's the issue? Whatever. And then I was going to block her because, it's my page and I can do that if I want to. it's my party and I'll cry if I want to, okay? So I can block anybody I want. I don't have to feel bad about blocking. And people go, oh, if you don't agree with Jamie, you get blocked. No, that's not true. If you come out of your face and act like a douche, you get blocked. And I don't feel bad about that. It's my page. I don't come on your page and act like that. So whatever. Anyway, but something about her response, it like more than bothered me. It upset me. Okay? And I thought, in every comment, she made more than one, very harsh, and her sentiment seemed very strong, that if somebody's just trying to remind you to enjoy the moment, you should appreciate their effort. It was like she was actually in pain. And I thought, who is this woman? There has to be a reason she's so aggressive towards me. Happy birthday, Veronica. So the old Jamie, Sarah Cunningham, would have torn her to shreds. Just came back at her with comments and been so nasty. Now listen, the new Jamie would have just blocked her. But the Jamie that day thought, where is this coming from? So I went to her page. Let me see if I can get to know this woman. Turns out she lost her son. From what I can gather from her Facebook page, she lost her son. And my heart broke literally in 1,000 pieces. I just stared at the picture of her son and thought, of course she's angry that I was having a moment with my child that she would give anything to have with her child. Anything. She would give her life to get down on the floor in a fancy grocery store and pick up cheese while her kid cries. She would give anything to have one moment like that back. And here I am reminding everybody that not every parenting moment is enjoyable. And it was like, I'm not getting biblical on you, I promise, but it was like God spoke to me. It was like a voice bigger than me that said, take the time to see where the hate and the anger is coming from, because you never know what someone else is going through. And you can bash her and you can tear her down, but she's already so broken that nothing you say can hurt her. And she is so desperate to feel something else that she will hurt somebody to feel. She wants a fight. She wants to feel. She wants me to respond. Yeah, she wants a reaction from me because she wants to feel something. And I just realized in that moment that I spent so many years attacking people back without ever thinking of where their pain is coming from. And I am not saying that she was justified in lashing out at me. Clearly her pain is misdirected, but I will not argue with her pain. I will not pretend to even understand what world she's living in, trying to it's like before life, after life. How do you even know what reality you're living in? For me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, the loss of a child is the most profound, painful existence of all existences. Okay? For me, I can't imagine if my mother, my dog, and my husband died on the same day, it wouldn't come close to what it would feel like, God forbid, 1,000 times, if something happened to one of my children. That is the truth. I don't know what that says about me, but that is my truth. And should she have directed her anger at me? No, but It doesn't matter, because she doesn't want to live in this space of anger. She doesn't want to live in a place where she's lashing out at people who admit that not every parenting moment is enjoyable. It's not. I still stand by what I said. My point of bringing this up to you and telling you things is, sometimes when somebody's anger seems so misdirected that you can't understand where it's coming from, like you literally, Brenda Hoffman, I can't imagine. I literally cannot imagine. When you are in a situation with someone and their anger and their pain seems so misdirected that you look around going, where is this coming from? What is she so angry with me for? Where is this coming from? It is, take the time to figure out where it's coming from, because you can never know what someone else is going through. And had I lashed out at her, had I responded like, what the F is your problem, lady? Get a grip, get a life, get a whatever. What would it have done? What would it have done? Maybe get me some cheers from people on Facebook. Maybe some people would have been like, woo, Jamie, you give it to her. I don't want to be that person. I really don't. And I'm so glad that I took the time to look into it, because I'm glad I didn't block her. Because the truth is, she probably needs us more than ever. It is hard to love somebody who comes at you with hate. I have done it. I have had people call me stupid Jew to my face. I have had people call me the N-word, N-lover, to my face. I have had people call me lesbian, dyke, whatever, to my face. I have been called all types of things to my face, and I, at that time, was a different Jamie, so I was fighting. They surely felt bad after what they said when I gave them a beatdown, but that's not my point. My point is that if only we can meet hate with love, we can meet anger with love, we can meet aggression with love, because the truth is, you never know where it's coming from. And sometimes it is their way. It was my way for so long after my father died. My way was to push everybody away, to hurt people, to be nasty to them. And really all I wanted was love. That's all I wanted, was love. I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know how to ask for it. I didn't know how to tell people I was hurting and that I needed help. But I do now. And they say be who you needed when you were younger. So I'm trying. But I just wanted to share this story because I think it's important for us to think about that. The next time somebody comes at you with anger or aggression, maybe try to meet them with love. A lot of times it will diffuse the situation. It will diffuse the situation. Anyway, it's just something to think about. I like to leave you guys with something, hopefully that makes you think during the day. Hopefully that you will go forward in your day and talk to your friends about, say, you girl, you didn't, let me tell you about coffee talk today. Thank you to everybody who shares these videos. Sharing the videos is the greatest thing you can do, because you never know who needs to hear it. I appreciate you. Please hit share and tell people somebody needs to hear this. Meet aggression, meet hate with love. It really is a game changer. And when you share it, I can see it. So I come to your page and then I like it. I love you guys so much today. For everybody who posted or shared today that they lost a child, know that this community loves you, and we can't imagine what you're going through, but we can do everything we can to love you back to life. Shandy Hammond, thank you so much for sharing this video. I love you guys so much. Have a great day.